Okay, so this is a review on the Hunger Games, Catching Fire, and I know what you're probably saying. Why do I have the hat on in here? But I was just cold or whatnot. Anyway, it's not really that important. This will be the last time you see me with my beard. I'm actually I'm gonna have to go back to school next Monday. So starting next Monday. I don't know if I'm going to have a video out. I might have it out. So if I don't have it out by next Monday, I apologize because, you know, like I said before, my deadlines are trying to be Mondays and Fridays. I'm going to try to get videos out to you guys. But, yeah, you don't want to hear about that. No, I can save that for my update video. No, you want to hear about the Hunger Games. And this is a movie I don't usually talk about that much, which is a shame because I really like this movie. And, instead of talking about the second one, let's talk a little bit about the first one. And okay, so when the first one came out, there was a little hype for it. I don't know if anybody remembers. This was sort of the time, you know, when Twilight was out, and Twilight was a big thing. And when the first one was talked about, people was like, "Oh, you know, it's gonna be another Twilight." And me, either way, I would have liked it because I like Twilight. Not that I think it's a good movie. I think the Twilight movies are terrible. I think they are awful. But I like it for all sort of like the wrong reasons. So if somebody says they're a fan of the Twilight movies, they'll say, "Oh, you know, I like Twilight." I'll be like, "Yeah, I like it too." They'll be like, "Oh, yeah, you like it too." I'm like, "Yeah, I seen every movie." And I seen every movie, but not for the same reasons that you see it for. I see it because I think it's hilarious. I think it just plays up to the whole teen drama, preteen or whatever, tweens or whatever you call them factor. Okay, this is like how Transformers is for us guys. You know, when Transformers came out, I was rallying with them. I was like, "Oh, you know, it's the greatest movie ever. I love this movie." And then the second one and the third one came out, and you know how it is. But you know, at the time, you know, I was rooting for them, and I was like, "Oh, you know, this is a movie," because it played to your boy side, your young boy side. You remember being a little kid playing with the Transformers or watching the cartoon. These are characters that you grew up with, and when you see them on the big screen like this, it's just really amazing. But it's not done well, and it just plays to the male testosterone side of you. Kind of like how a little bit of Man of Steel does. So with Twilight, it was the same thing, but it played more to the female drama side. So you didn't really, so a lot of people could see through it and say, "Oh, well, you know, it's not a good movie," but they was going crazy over this. Like every teenage girl I knew at the time, because, you know, especially in high school, they loved this movie, and I'm just like, yeah, I like it too, but not for the same reasons that you like it. I think it's fucking awful, and I think it's just messing with your emotions just to get ticket sales, just so you can go and spend money on the movie, because the movie did make a lot. But yeah. So with the Hunger Games, I actually thought it was going to be the same situation, because it was a book first, and it's made into a movie adaptation. And I'm like. And a lot of teen girls was, you know, playing it up, saying that, "Oh, we can't wait till this come to theaters," and stuff like that. And then when it came, you know, it was talked about for a while, then kind of died out, and then I think the next Twilight movie came out. But it's just so funny how now, for the second one, it was talked about a lot more over the first one. And at first, I didn't know why, because I was like, you know, when the first movie came out, and I thought it was going to be like Twilight, so I said, you know, I could probably get a laugh out of this film. I saw it, and I loved it, man. I love it. I think it's not that category where I think the Twilight movies are, where they're so bad that you actually enjoy it. But I think it was more on, it's good that it's good. Okay, it does play to the teenage factor, but it doesn't dumb them down like the Twilight movies do. Like, it's just not playing to your testosterone or your drama side. No, this is movies that obviously are playing to teens, because it has like a lot of violence in it, and of course the characters are of that age and stuff like that. but it took itself seriously. It created this world where these things called the Hunger Games, which is basically like a Roman Colosseum type tournament. And I'm not going to go into too much detail because if you're watching this, you've probably seen the first movie. But basically, it's a world that's made up these districts and Central. And Central is the one that has control over all these districts. They're like communism or something. And it's basically like a president that rules over everybody. He's basically a king. And what he does, he's kind of a tyrant, because what they do, there was a rebellion to Central. And ever since the rebellion, they started holding these annual once-a-year Hunger Games. And it has nothing to do with food. And what they do is they select a person from each district to go into these games and fight and kill each other for people's entertainments. It's basically just like the Roman Colosseum, and I actually thought that was pretty smart because it's a futuristic version of it, and they actually handle it really well. It's not like, oh yeah, you know, action thrown in there or some drama thrown in there just to play to the female demographic or to play to the young male demographic. And this is sort of like a movie that everyone can enjoy, and it's actually good. What I really like is how they make a show out of it. And these are kids dying, okay? In the first movie, there was kids like as young, I think the youngest was like 11. He gets sliced in the face with a sword. Like, what the fuck? It's like, wow, man, that's pretty freaking deep. I can't believe they went there with that. And the movie doesn't hold anything. You know, they show you pretty much everything. But I was like, you know, that's still, I mean, it's sick, but it's still good in the way how it's like not playing down to them. It's saying, yeah, you know, we're taking this seriously, even though this is preferably made for teenagers and stuff like that. They will feel smart while watching this. They won't feel just like, am I being talked down to just because I'm at this age? No, we're taking this seriously. We are taking these kids seriously, and what's going on with these characters is serious. And I love these and I love the characters. I love Katniss. Jennifer Lawrence is an amazing actress, man. I fucking love her, and I think we're the same age. I think we are the same age. So yeah, playing the teenage girl isn't gonna, you know. When you was playing it in the second one, I was like, no. I was like, no. She's like in her early 20s, like I am. So no, she's not playing the teenage girl anymore. But yeah, so going with the second one, I'm just rambling now. Going with the second one, I thought it was even better. The first one, what really annoyed me was the camera. I don't know if they got a bigger budget or something so they can get fucking stands for the camera, but they actually got them now. Before, in the first movie, the camera would shake and stuff like this and would do this. Like, what the fuck? What are you doing? You know? And I'm sorry, I just put my hand in front of the camera. But that's how it is. It was just like shaking. And it's like when this is going on, you can't see what's happening. You're doing this. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Even when they're talking, they're just like, and the camera's fucking shaking around. It's like, stop, just hold the fucking camera still. I can't stand when they shake the camera when there's nothing going on. Even sometimes when some of the action is going on and you're shaking the camera, it's really annoying. And I know they're trying to be artistic and edgy and whatnot, but it's annoying. In this one, there's still a little bit of shaky cam, but it's not noticeable. And when in the first movie you actually had to get used to it after about 30 minutes in or so, or 40 minutes in, or me like an hour in, I finally got used to it. It didn't bother me. In this one, you hardly notice it. And because, like I said, it feels like they actually got a stand where you can actually see what little bit of action scenes there are. And this movie has to be about 2 hours and 20-something minutes, I think. For the first hour and 20 minutes, there's nothing but a setup, okay? It does go back into the formula of the first movie with the Hunger Games, where they actually get to the Hunger Games, but this is taking place like right after the first movie, basically, or sometime after the first movie. You know, these actors are obviously older, but of course, in the movie world, we're just gonna forget about that, and we're just gonna go with the film. But yeah, like for the first hour and a half, it's basically just them setting up things and talking and stuff, and it's really entertaining though, because now Katniss, the main character, and Peeta, they actually have to deal with their fame that they have now. And the fact that they was sent back to the Hunger Games is totally stupid, okay? It's just a reason just to get them back in there so they can keep the plot rolling. I thought it was stupid. But, I mean, they do explain why they have to go back to the Hunger Games, but I'm just like, oh my god, that's just a piss poor excuse just to get her back in there. But, even with that, the president is afraid. The president's name is Snow, the one that controls all these districts. He's afraid that there might be another rebellion, there might be an uprising, due to what Katniss does in the end of the last movie. And I really like how they just like jump right back into that. They don't spare no time. So, and I also like how they have to deal with this fame that they have now, how she's supposed to be like this leader of this rebellion now, and she's kind of struggling with it, like she wants to do it and then she doesn't, and I'm not going to reveal the ending, but it's actually pretty interesting, and it leads up into obviously the next movie, because I don't know how many books there are. How many movies are they going to make? Are they going to make 4 or 3? I think it's only 3, but anyway, no, this isn't a very good review. I actually should have been more prepared for this. I wasn't prepared to do this today. I was actually doing something else, and I forgot to make the video, so I apologize for this. But excuse me. Yeah, I love this movie. Cinematography was done better. They actually got a steady camera. Once again, Jennifer Lawrence, Josh Hutcherson, Woody Harrelson, Liam Hemsworth, they all put on very good acts. Philip Seymour Hoffman was very good in this. Yeah, he's in there. And I love it. I love it. Lenny Kravitz was in here too. He was actually in the first movie, and of course I love his character. I just love these guys. And I love this world, and I'm starting to see it as more of like the Roman Colosseum, and that seems like where they're pulling it from. They're pulling this from Rome, and so, you know, eventually it will fall, just like Rome did. But I like that idea, how there's like this world. Think of it as like this world today. Let's say we have this world today, right? Everything here in this world. But let's say once a year, everyone from one place gets pulled into like this big tournament where we all have to fight and kill each other. And it's broadcast on television. That's what this world is. And that is gruesome. And the people in this world, they're sick of it. They don't want it anymore. And the uprisings are starting. I like how subtle they are with the uprisings. Like, you don't really see them happening per se. You see, in the first one, you actually see like the first bit of it start to happen. And the second one is progressing. And it's getting bigger and bigger, but you're just seeing like little screenshots of it there and there and there. Like the president will be watching a video, and it just shows them like riding in one place, and like 6 screens, and you just see like riding in one place, riding in one place. The police is fighting them in here, they're fighting there in the east, they're fighting in the north and stuff like that. But it's sort of like kept in the background and yet brung forward at the same time, but in a smart way. They're not just showing the violence all just saying, yeah, here it is, here's what's going on. No, they're actually talking about it, and they're trying to find solutions to how to stop it, or in the rebels case, how to keep it going. And it comes in the second movie does come to a very good conclusion. So there's not much I can say. I love it. If you like the first one, you're gonna love the second one. It is just done much better. It is, man. So watch the second one. Shit. Oh man, I think you got like a 90% on Rotten Tomatoes, and it deserves that 90%. I really enjoyed it. And like I said, when I first saw The Hunger Games, I didn't think much of it. I thought it was just going to be like a Twilight thing, and it wasn't going to be serious. It wasn't going to take itself seriously. It wasn't going to take its audience seriously. But I was wrong. I was wrong on both accounts, man. And the second one is just better. I can't wait for the third one so I can make a better review of it. So, yeah. Okay, so with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and go finish doing what I was doing, and yeah. So the Powerpuff Girls, slight update: Powerpuff Girls come on tonight, and I will take a look at that special, and I will make a video to that. So I look forward to that. Okay, so this is it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.